Finishing a basement is a big project, but it's not a hard project. Hey guys, what's up? This is Jason, and I'm the CEO, head writer, editor, photographer, and cat poop cleaner-upper from ifinishedmybasement.com. Today, I'm going to give you the big picture story of how to finish a basement in 4 minutes or less. Are you ready? All right, here we go. So there are 6 major phases to basement finishing, and there are 4 setup phases. And then there's one really important phase at the very beginning. Let's start with the 6 major phases, and then we'll come back to the other ones. All right, phase number 1, framing. This is the part with the wood, 2x4s to be exact. You frame your walls, your windows, your beams, your poles, your art niches, your built-in bookcases, and a bunch of other stuff. This is the bones of your basement, and it's the first thing that you have to do. Number 2, electrical. This is the part with the wires. You wire your lights, your plugs, your ceiling fans, and any of those fancy workout machines that you bought off of Craigslist. I know you did it because I did it too. There's one sitting down in my basement right now, and I've never ever used it. All right, number 3, plumbing. This is the part with the pipes. If you want a bathroom in your basement or a sink to wash your dog, you're going to have to install some pipes to make sure that everything that's clear and clean gets where it's supposed to go, and everything that's bad and brown goes where it's supposed to go. Number 4 is drywall, and you guessed it, this is the part with the drywall. All of your awesome work is going to get covered up, but it also means that everything in your basement starts to look like a real room. There's going to be dust everywhere, and your wife is probably going to yell at you, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to look great. All right, number 5 is doors and trim. Now we're getting somewhere. Putting your doors on means that you actually have a room. Number 6, flooring. You got carpet, you got tile, there's stained concrete, you can put down laminate, there's vinyl, there's cork. There's about a zillion different flooring options you can go with, except for real, honest hardwood. You do not want to put that in your basement. So those are the top 6, the major ones. There's a bunch of little guys in between there, but those are the biggies. Before you can start any of those, though, you've got to do the 4 setup phases. Let me cover those real quick. Number 1, water and moisture. You don't want to do all the work in your basement just to watch it flood next time Johnny Big Storm rolls into town. And you also don't want it to smell like your high school locker room. Don't worry, there's a lot of things you can do to fix water problems in your basement. And in 99% of the cases, it's not going to cost you $1 bajillion. You can get a dry, good-smelling basement. Trust me. All right, setup phase number 2, designing and planning. You need a basement design, and you need a work plan. These are the fun phases. This is the dreaming part. This is the sky's the limit part. This is Oprah giving out gifts to the audience part. Section 3, budgets. Now, unless you're crazy rich, you need a budget. You can't just throw money out the window and start spending. This is the boring part. It's not very much fun unless you're like me, who's a great big nerd and just really love tracking stuff and writing it all down in a spreadsheet. Part 4 of the setup phases, permits and inspections. Oh, you weren't going to skip this part, were you? Of course you weren't. You got to get permits, and you need to get your inspections. It's not as bad as it sounds. Look, this is a huge investment. You're putting thousands of dollars down. You don't want to just walk in there and throw it up and not tell a soul. Somebody who's a professional needs to come and check it out. All right, so those are the 4 setup phases. We've covered the 6 major phases. Now it's time for the most important thing. This is the first thing you should do. This is the thing that you should do this weekend. Screw that. How about today? The most important thing you can do is to start. You should start now. Start this weekend. Start with a couple of test projects. Build a small workbench. Build one test wall. You don't need a bunch of fancy tools. You don't need a permit. You don't need a plan. You don't need a design or a budget or any of those things to frame out a small wall or to build a workbench or a storage shelf. Start today. Build up your confidence. Get used to your tools. Prove to yourself that you can do it. I promise you, you build that small wall and workbench and you're going to be ready to tackle the rest. Then you can go into the major stages. Hey, I'm Jason from ifinishedmybasement.com, and I hope this overview helps you finish your basement. Thanks.